What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I want to talk about a rumor that's been around for a while, but I still find it interesting, and I've always wanted to make a video about it. But that is of the rumored casting that Eiza Gonzalez might play Catwoman in the DCEU. Now, I know a lot of people might be kind of confused about that, or why she would play Catwoman, but it was rumored a long time ago before this rumor of her actually being Catwoman came about, that the DCEU was looking at Catwoman and Zatanna to be played by Latina actresses. Now, the Zatanna one was the first one I heard, and I didn't think they would do it for Catwoman, but when they announced Gotham City Sirens, the rumor started popping up that they might actually be looking for a Latina Catwoman, because remember, the one thing you'll notice about DC is, or I should say the DCEU, is they want diversity in their movies. I mean, Wonder Woman is, Israeli. Aquaman is, what is he, Samoan, I believe? Jason Momoa, if you're watching this and I got that wrong, apologies, don't kill me. So you get what I mean. DC is totally down with diversity, and with Gotham City Sirens already having what is going to be a white lead, like Harley Quinn is going to be the lead in that movie, you're going to have Poison Ivy and Catwoman, and if they're more than likely not going to cast all three white women, which normally those characters would be from the comic books. They're not going to do that, so they're going to look for some diversity, and they were thinking that Catwoman could be played by a Latina. Stop you right there for the one or two of you people that are like, Juice, technically Latina is not this, and blah, 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 because you guys do it every damn time. What I'm talking about is somebody with the brown skin color, okay? And you know what I mean when I'm saying Latina, okay? You definitely know what I mean. You're just being picky and trying to be PC. Shut up! Back to your regular scheduled programming, but for real, like seriously. So, Eiza Gonzalez has been one of the names that was rumored to be playing Catwoman, and there's been some interesting things going on with this actress, because somebody over on Reddit, whether this is creepy or not, I don't really know, took photos of her Instagram story of her in this actual, kind of like Catwoman type bodysuit, which I thought was really interesting. But if you look at the caption here, it actually says my new uniform. Correction, it says the uniform lately. Now, I don't know what she means by this. Maybe this could be, maybe they're actually fitting her for her Catwoman suit, and that is her uniform lately. The only thing that makes me think it might not be is it looks like she's in her house or something like that. They really technically don't let you take those kind of things home, so I don't know if she'd be wearing it around the house unless she's got to get comfortable with it and they got to test it out. I don't really know. Luckily, we live in a world with badass artists like Boss Logic, and he made what Eiza Gonzalez could look like as Catwoman, and I'm just gonna say this, I might have low-key actually kind of asked him to do this on Twitter, because I saw this photo right here of Eiza Gonzalez on a magazine. I don't know what this magazine's for, but he actually went ahead and took this cover and made it very Catwoman-like, because when I saw it, I was like, somebody needs to make her look like Catwoman, and he's so awesome. He did this turnaround real quick, and I think it looks pretty awesome. Now, he did go with kind of like the Anne Hathaway kind of goggles and ears. I'm not really a fan of those, but he also did a little different stuff on his Instagram stories and made these two photos, which I think were badass. Okay, you see this photo right here where it's half of her face and half of her face with the mask, which I thought was really awesome. And then you see this one that has more color to it with the rose-colored goggles, which I think is pretty badass because she's had that in the comic books. Now, I will say I am not a fan of the Anne Hathaway ears and goggles. I think a lot of people would automatically go with that just because it's probably easier, and it really depends on if the actresses will cut their hair, and some actresses more than likely won't do that. I'm kind of hoping that Eiza, if she were to get this actual role, that she will cut her hair to the shorter, or be able to put it up somehow. I don't know how they'll do it, hairstylists make magic works, but I really think that Catwoman needs to wear the hat kind of helmet type thing that she wears in the comic books. I did the Gotham City Sirens fan casting a long time ago, and I believe in that video we also did costume choices, and I think some of the best Catwoman costumes are the one where she has the actual hat thing on there. She usually has short hair sometimes. She has, the bodysuit, and she has the goggles that kind of go over it, but she kind of just looks like a cat, which I think is really awesome. It's very modern type things, and it's not anything too crazy, but it still looks like the character, and I'm kind of hoping that's what we get in the Gotham City Sirens movie. Now, some of you guys might not even know who this actress is, because I recently just found out about her, maybe with this year when the rumors started popping up, or the rumors might have popped up last year. But that's when I first heard of her, because she's mainly been on like novellas and stuff like that. But in recent years, she has started getting bigger film roles, and most recently, she was in Edgar Wright's Baby Driver, which I had the pleasure to go watch because that movie was really awesome. And one thing I could say is we didn't get in that movie, you don't get a full range of her acting ability, but I will 100% admit she could do the sexy part of Catwoman very well, which that is like 50% of that character, because you know that Catwoman uses that seductiveness of hers to get her way with Batman, to get out of situations, and she's got the look for it too. I mean, like I said, you just saw those photos of her on her Instagram story, whether those were for or not, you know, a Catwoman suit. She does look like she'd be able to fit in the costume pretty well, and it looks like she'd look like Catwoman. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I do think, from what you see, if you go watch Baby Driver, I think you can get a good kind of style of how she'd be able to pull that off. I think she'd have to be a little bit more seductive coming through with the Catwoman thing. But, yeah, when it comes to the dramatic stuff, I don't really know. I don't think she had to do too much dramatic stuff in that movie, and I haven't seen her in other stuff. But I think she could knock it out of the park for the seductive part of Catwoman. But that's really all I got. I wanted to show you guys that awesome Boss Logic work for Eiza Gonzalez. And, you know, this rumor's been around for a while. I'm pretty sure some of you have heard about it. I do want to know what you guys think of her possibly being Catwoman if she is cast in this future movie. I think it could work out. She's not my first choice at all. I still would go with Kate Beckinsale. I think she is my #1 for Catwoman. But at the same time, I am not going to turn down a more diverse DCEU movie, because you guys all know I am totally about diversity in these superhero flicks. Anyways, guys, do let me know your thoughts and opinions about this information in the comment sections down below. Don't forget, if you ever want to support this channel, you can check out the Patreon like these awesome people did, or you can do the OG thing and give this video a thumbs up and share it with all of your Catwoman buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember to wake up in the morning and ask yourself something. If I have a daily dose of juice, see you guys next time. Bye.